Life Path 3, how you doing? I'm having a bit of a meltdown just lately. Life Path number 3. I think it's the Aries season and placements that I have of Aries. It's really playing havoc with me at the moment. How you doing? So Life Path number 3. So if you do not know what your life path is, okay, there's a link provided below. Just takes you to some random website and it will help you calculate your life path. All you really need to do is just put your details of your birthday in and it will sort it out for you, okay? But I need to say that for people that just find it or for people that are very curious to what this new thing is coming out, because I haven't done them for a while. But yeah, very strange at the moment because I have Jupiter and Chiron also in Aries, so it's making me feel like I'm afraid. I don't know why, but it's just making me feel like I'm afraid. Okay, you could be dealing with a Leo for a lot of you. Okay, but let's see. Or afraid not. So something to the Pisces, probably. Okay, something to the afraid not. I'm sorry, Pisces, but no. Anyway, let's see. So what's been going on with life path number 3? You're going to have to give me a moment just to tap in. Something to do with tap, water sign. Could be a Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Something to do with taps. Again, somebody had that within their actual tarot reading of star sign. Something to do with taps, water taps, like I need my taps fitting or something. Okay, but you can actually watch this as a Pisces in my book. They're always a 3, okay, because they're 12. So, you can watch this as a Pisces, I would say, but we're really going to stick with life path number 3. So what's been going on? What has been going on with life path number 3? What's been going on with life path number 3? So Cancerian, man, they've been plaguing, the plague. Let's hope it's not the actual plague, or a play on words is what I'm hearing. A play, Chucky for some reason. Chucky Chuck Sellers, something to do with Sarah Sellers or Chuck Sellers, but a truck also. So a lot of you might work for a driving company, or you could just bought yourself a new car or a new truck, or you're just dealing with a Cancerian. But they have been absolutely plaguing life path 1 and 2, to be honest. So you're obviously going to look for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, okay? But it doesn't really matter. If you're dealing with a Cancerian, there they are in your past. Okay, looks like that you've been travelling quite a lot, whichever way around it is. Okay, I'm also hearing like a travelling circus for some reason. Circus? Surplus. Have we got any surplus money is what I'm hearing. Do we have any money spare? Surplus. So, like I said, I don't know if it is that you're saving up for a new car or a new van, or like anything that you know that you need to save up for. It doesn't have to be a car or van, but it means that do we have any surplus money for an investment for the future to go forward on, is what I'm also hearing. So I'm hearing future forward. Okay, wow, it used to be an old tarot channel. But yeah, have we got any surplus money in order to be able to go forward on the project that we want to do? A lot of this may well involve your company, because you would have to drive to your company. So some of you have been just looking, because I'm hearing browsing, right? So you might have been browsing and very interested in a new car. We'll get onto your love lives in a minute. Okay, life path number 3. But I'm hearing like we're just out browsing. So it might be that when you've been travelling out in the past, when you've been travelling out, you've been browsing around shops and things like that in order for an investment for your business or home, is what I'm picking up, because we are just browsing. Okay, so that would also mean like internet, but it would mean any kind of thing that you have for an investment for the future is what it is that you've been browsing for. But they just keep saying browsing. Or any name called Brown, also somebody Brown. Okay, hopefully nobody's with an addiction, because there was a strong addiction of someone getting out on bail or bond and something to do with being released. Okay, so I don't know if there is anything to do with Brown, because Brown here is also heroin. So I don't know if there's been anything like that has been around you. Okay, around you here. It doesn't have to be. I'm also hearing Andrew, the name Andrew. Okay, Andrew. But you could also work for a driving company, life path number 3. Four of Swords. Wow. So, man, why do I keep picking up on Prince Philip just lately, man? It's really around me. Any of you are curious, the Prince Philip was also a Capricorn rising. So if you'd seen the thing when I was struggling with Capricorn reading, it's kind of when that all set up for me, really. I'm hearing that this is what is being set up for me. Set up like a resident. Like I'm trying to find myself somewhere to belong here because I feel like I don't fit in. Welcome to our world, right? But like I feel like I don't belong. If you feel like you belong, somebody wherever it was that you were here in the past, there was a person around you that may be a sibling or partner that I'm hearing spiritually that comes from nowhere, that I feel like I don't belong, that I don't fit in here, that nobody listens to me or nobody really wants to. You probably could have just stayed over at the relatives or someone stays over at yours here. But I'm hearing that this person stays over. Now the name's Steve or Stacy, right? But they stay over. Okay, so it's like a visit, because trust me, each reading goes in different directions. We get there in the end, but their message is all the same, life path number 3. So if you've just found it, just give me a moment, okay? Just give me one moment in time. About our destiny, there's not just one moment in time. It's like, will you just give me a moment? Please, will you just give me a minute? I just need you for a minute. I need you for a minute, okay? You probably need to slow down. Well, Cancerian definitely needs to slow down a bit. It's like, I just need to slow down a bit. Like it, Shogun, also Hogan, Hulk Hogan. Really? Is he a life path number 3? Hulk Hogan. Some of you like the wrestling. Hulk Hogan. WWE, is it F? I don't know what it is. Steph. What's her name? Steph. Life path number 3. Wow. So my shining, my knight in shining armour. Man, I'm really in myself. Has anybody noticed that I'm really just not myself? Apart from looking stupid with a new haircut. But like, I really don't feel myself, man. It really is like Aries, or it must be. Like 3 readings I've done and I'm just like, man, I can't see. I think someone's blocking my Jupiter. Well, it doesn't matter, man. I'm just babbling. Here, but yeah, you should be married in a relationship here for a lot of you. You're in a relationship. You've just been out browsing for some reason. I just keep saying I come out browsing or brown. Okay, but I'm also picking up like a travel salesman or somebody that goes from town to town. So lives in a town. So this is a British person also. Okay, lives in a town, and they go from town to town. Okay. Because I'm also hearing the reference of Uptown Girl. But yeah, like travelling from town to town. Let's see. Life path number 3. Life path number 3. But again, you see, what I also struggle with sometimes with card reading, life path number 3, is the fact that, you know, you could have any friend or sibling that is a life path number 3. Anybody that is a life path number 3, right? They could watch this and you would be in their reading because you know the person, right? So if you interact with the person, more likely they'll be in your soul group, right? So they will know you. So here it's something to do with around somebody being put into rest also, trying to buy a new car or does have one, okay? Let's see, life path number 3. What's been going on with life path number 3? Gemini, the lovers. But yeah. Why do I just can't read cards at the moment. I really can't, man. Like, well, I mean, you're in love with a beautiful woman. Okay. So let's see what Cancerian is. I just can't seem to channel through the cards, not really. Let's see what the Chariot is. What's the Chariot? 6 of Cups, so you are. But there's a Cancerian that's been spending time with a family. So I don't know if you know anybody that is a Cancerian, but they've been spending time in the family. Okay. Yeah, but either way, you should be in a relationship here. You should be in a relationship here. Okay, you could This is a family car also. Something to do with a family car, or someone's just bought a new car, or a family car here. Or people that share a car. But you keep pushing me aside, but I can't break through. There's no talking to you. Again, somebody talks a hell of a lot. There's no talking to you, which means I'm picking up a message from a person that would watch this to say there's no talking to you. There's just no seem to getting through to you. You over talk. Somebody overpowers someone with speech. Someone around you. They overpower the conversation. They take it over. There's no talking to you, right? There's no seem to get, unless you're really not talking to a Cancerian and it's been a part of your past family here. But, because I am hearing there's no talking to you. Right, there's no talking to you. So you may well not be talking to your partner or person here. There's no talking to you. I'm so sad that you're leaving. This is Prince Harry also. I think he's a Cancerian. Something to do with Prince Philip here. Is so sad that you're leaving. So sad that you're leaving. But you keep pushing me aside, I can't break through. There's no talking to you. Let's see what this Four of Swords is. If this comes up with Capricorn, Fanny be my aunt. Oh, my auntie. I'm hearing something to do with your auntie. Your auntie here. Something is going around a situation that may be involving your aunt. Your aunt. I'm also hearing Aunt Tiny. Also, my Auntie Tiny. Aunt Tiny. Man, why do I keep picking up on references? It came up through 1, 2 and 3. Well, 3 now. Tiny Dancer. The other one, Elton John. Something to do with Elton John. Elton John could well be singing at Prince Philip's funeral. But anyway, Four of Swords. So here. So you've got kids, or did have children with this person. Well, not did have. Did have? Did anybody lose a child here? Lose a child? I can't break away from this Prince Philip thing at the moment, man. Still very much big around my energy for some reason. Queen of Pentacles. So either way, you should be in a relationship here. Libra. Justice. So you should have reconciled and you should be talking to your relationship partner, unless you're talking about divorce. Okay. But I don't think so. It's kind of like this separation feeling where you're together but you're not always together. Now that's either because one, you're working a lot and you're not always together, or two, some of you, you're just not, you don't live together. Right? You don't live together. You're together but you don't live together. Someone might live at their parents' house here. Stay at their parents' house. What's the Lovers for? The Lovers. King of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm trying to think who I know is a life path number 3. Trust me, I do it. Yeah, I mean, you're in love here. Whichever way you like it. You might not be living with your partner, but I'm picking up big sibling energies here also. But yeah, I mean, you should definitely be with your partner. I don't think that there's anything really that is of major concern here, apart from something to do with around the family itself, where I do feel, I must say, I do feel this air of frustration that's coming from family members. But that's always there, really. I'll be there. Let's see what's coming up for life path number 3. So that's your past. Here you go, look. There's the queen. There you go, look. Here you go, look. Here we go, Loopy Lou. The name Lou or Louise. Louise or Lulu or Luna. Okay, Luna. But yeah, the king and the queen here. So whichever way you look at it, there's a Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces with a Gemini or a Gemini moon. But like, yeah. This is your partner, whichever way you look at it. Your partner in crime. Life path number 3. Life path number 3. Unless you're all like negative and you all want to shout and scream at your partner, well, then you'll have to watch. You have to watch Patron. But so far, you're with your partner. Let's see. Life path number 3. Path number 3. I mean, in my book, you can, like I said, you can watch this as a Pisces because it's 3 to me. Like the moon, that people say, okay, this is in the book and it says Pisces, but then people say Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. The moon is a 9. It basically, to me, is a Virgo. But, you know, Virgo is also Pisces, so Pisces, Virgo. But it is a 9. But you got Gemini or Capricorn, possible. But yeah. In love with your partner, spending some quality time. The reason probably why I'm finding it difficult is because there's nothing to really figure out. It just feels like a plain, well, they're kind of, shit. Yeah. Steve, you had to go and say it, didn't you? I picked up Libra, popped over in here, also Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Libra. Okay, we're going to take those two, but I ain't going to read them at the moment. But you've got big Libra and Sagittarius energy here for a lot of you. And there is something that's going on here around Libra, because I don't know if that is like a divorce or a situation of kids and children, because you do have them here, grandparents or whatnot. But there seems to be someone that feels down in the dumps. That could well be me. But like 5 of Cups, it's either like again, somebody with another person, divorce, or a crying shame, or Shane, the name Shane. But a crying shame, it could also just be a very minor thing, right? A minor thing. Stephen King. Stephen, a very minor thing, Stephen. But it's very minor. But it's just a blip or a glitch in the matrix that needs sorting out. Something just needs sorting out. Something needs clearing up, I feel. It might have something to do with a Gemini or Capricorn here. But it needs sorting out between a mother here, because this would always be a mother. So it would be the provider of kids and children. So there is something here that needs sorting out in your energy around a mother, for sure, okay? Or Gary, the name Gary, or Shaw, but Gary Shaw. Or also someone from Ireland, to be sure, to be sure, to be sure. Or Short, the name Short. James, Jamie, James Short. Okay, but yeah, it just feels like a blip, if I'm honest, a blip. But there you do have Libra, and this is where it can get very strange, because this could well mean separation. Okay, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it can be marriage if that's what you're doing here. But there's a decision also around taking a loss, pretty much. I'm going to have to just take this on the chin and take a loss. Right. So cut my losses. I'm hearing Laura, also the name Laura, but I'm going to have to cut my losses and run. But that would also be around 7, because that would be the Cancerian energy, and I'm going to have to cut my losses and run. So unless this is a travel company, because in Britain we used to call them a run, which is like a school run. Okay, instead of saying like, you know, a taxi run, we would say school run. Okay. So there might have something to do with around the schools here, because this would also be a teacher, but the schools, okay, because it would be boss and it would be having to pay tax and everything else. So your taxes might have to come up. So tax, physical tax, but also a taxi company. So there's a taxi company. And there's having to take a loss. But it's, like I said, it's very big around either Gemini, Capricorn or Libra. Now, if any of you guys out there, because it depends how your reading starts to turn out, but I'm hearing it depends what's turned up, depends what turns up. Like someone here might be trying to ask someone for a job, and they're saying, look, it depends what turns up. If there is, I'll give you it, but if there isn't, because this can also be from doctors and stuff like that, and I need to get word to and also from Libra. Like I need to get, okay, so I'm hearing that I need to get word to Libra somehow by doing it invertedly. Right, so the name Lee, but or like invertedly, which means that I don't talk to Libra, but I do need to get word to them, but doing it invertedly by going around them. So there is something about doing something behind someone's back. Now, whether that be cheating or not, I don't know. But I am hearing, though, that I can't or don't want to ask Libra. I would rather go around them and not have to ask them, but ask them invertedly. Now, if you've got anything to do with siblings, kids and children here from the past, it might be where you have a child with this person here, okay? And the fact that you don't talk to them, but you have to go through them, whether it's to do with business or it's to do with like kids and exes, because this would mean that if you're not divorced or getting divorced or even married, it would mean that somebody that you're with could well have been married at one point, right? And because they were married at one point, they had kids and children together. And because they did, this is kind of like, well, I have to get word to them somehow, which would mean social services. Anything that is in between you guys that you would have to go to, like I said, the court, social services. I'm not picking up police, but I'm definitely picking up that I can't ask you invertedly. I have to go through my mother or I have to go through someone else. Now, someone here, there are siblings that don't talk to either like father or mother, or they don't talk to their siblings, but they go to their mother to ask their brother. Here, like, I can't ask my brother directly, can you ask them for me? Or I can't ask my mother directly, can you ask them for me? But whoever this person is or whatever it is, I'm picking up that I can't ask her, but you can if you want, or someone from Alaska. Hey, Alaska. But like, hey, calm down. Someone's from up there. Hey, calm down. But like, yeah, I'm picking Scouser. I'm also picking up New York as well. New York. But yeah, I'm definitely picking up this that I can't ask them. You ask them. Emily. But I can't ask them. You ask them. Can you ask them for me? Can you get a message to them for me? But this goes through a mother or a father here, because this can also be a mother or father. And I'm picking up, look, I can't talk to them directly. So it's like, well, look, just tell me then. Like, you tell me and I'll tell them. But is this getting, like, because this represents truth, right? Because it's justice or Justin. But, like, there's an error here of, like, is this really the truth? Because by the time, normally, if someone doesn't ask someone directly, it's like Chinese whispers, right? So it's like, I'm picking up a message for you guys of, I can't ask them directly, so I'm going to have to ask you to ask them. Whoever on earth is that? Right? But I can't ask them. Can you ask them for me? But then when it gets to this person, what is it that, well, this or any person here, what is it, the fact that they give? You know, is it truth? Or are they, like, bending the truth? Because I'm picking up, like, the Matrix, right? But I'm picking up on, like, bending the truth, right, here. Because it's, like, inverted, like a backhanded compliment, if you like. It's like I give you a compliment, but then I take it back from you to make you feel this 5. So what I'm picking up, like, that this truth may not be the truth. It could just be, like, under the table as such, right? Doing it a little bit deviously. So I'm picking up, look, I can pay you, but I can do it, but it's going to have to be cash. But this would also be having to sort out the books, because this would also mean represent the tax office. And it would mean child support and maintenance also. So there could be a few things that are possibly not going through the system. This would always mean they're saying sister as well, a sister, but somewhere. But they're saying that this could be the system, which it is, but like going through the system, which would mean it's not all going to the tax office. It's money that may not be given to the tax office. If there's any spare, I'll give you it, which means work. It also means they're saying, well, I'll just go with it, but they're saying work. Some of you could really be looking for extra money or more money from work, okay? But this is like, I can't get away from this invertedly doing it. Like, I'm doing it, but I'm doing it deviously, or I don't want to ask you. I'm going to have to ask someone else to ask them to ask them, right? By the time that gets through to Libra, fuck knows what that's going to be, and God knows what this person's then going to do with that truth when they have it, right? Because it's in the eyes of the beholder, which is always a Libra energy here. Or Holden, Amanda Holden. But like, by the time I have this, what am I going to do with it? So if I get this job, or if I get this money, what am I going to do with it? Like, because I'm picking up someone that's giving money out, right? So it might mean a divorce, and when I get my divorce, what am I going to do with the money that I get from my divorce? Like, it might be a plan of getting the hell out altogether, and like, right, you know, by the time I've had a divorce, or by the time I've sold the company or stuff like that, what am I going to do with my time if it's retirement? Wow, y'all getting some messages now. So what am I going to get with my time if I retire? But what am I going to get from my divorce if that is what I'm getting? When I get a divorce, what am I going to do with the money when I have it? Which could be a plan of going to visit, your love interest, go away with them. Because I'm hearing, come away with me in the night. Come away with me and I will never stop loving you. Yeah, good song, right? So run away with me in the night. But I'm definitely picking up that someone could be facing retirement here, or somebody could be thinking about selling a business, but they're wondering what the hell to do with their time when they don't work. Like I said, some of this also is like when I get divorced, and I finally get divorced, what am I going to do with that money? What am I going to do with myself? Well, that's your reading so far, Life Path number 3. If you want to help support me in any way possible, the super chat has any like, share, comments, and any kind of support you can. Or if you want to go over to Patreon, you can find the link provided below. But it only goes to the full access bundle, and it is basically a month reading. But because we are halfway through this month, whenever it is that you get your reading, it will be a month. Okay, so it'll be kind of April, May, but no deadline. I'm also hearing deadline. Deadlying, lying. Okay, we're going to go over the other side. If you want to join, you can do, but it'll be a month reading, and it is only part of the full access bundle. Okay, find the links below. Thanks very much, Life Path number 3, and I'll see you soon.